Testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Anybody out there? Testing, testing, testing. How about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Testing, testing.
I couldn't find any results.
Can you hear me now? Okay, that's fine. I can fix that. I'm just trying to set everything else. How's this sound? Does that sound any better? Yeah, I'm working on the balancing right now. Hello, hello? Hello, hello? Does this sound better? This sounds like previous streams. Awesome. Yeah, the previous streams were all run completely through my PlayStation. So now I'm actually doing it from the game itself and seeing how that works out. So, or from the PC itself, I mean. It's a work in progress, to say the least. Did a little bit of grinding since the last stream. I have all of the spells maxed, all the weapons are maxed, and I bought everything from Volgrim. It's not that. I'm dropping frames left and right now. I haven't been able to fix that yet. I'm still working on it. And I'm not really sure what I should do to fix it at the moment. Give me just a minute, because I am learning on the fly here. Close that. Ooh. You're on the second beam in the Black Throne, with most of the spells needed to be maxed. The spells cost so much for no reason. They are ridiculously expensive. I think that what I'm going to have to do is get in touch with the other internet provider in the area, and because their internet's faster, and that will probably fix my streaming issue as far as my bit rate right now, because my shit's like falling apart. Give me just a second. Let's see how that does. I lowered the bit rate. And I'm not dropping frames left and right anymore, apparently, so it should be better. Told you I was learning on the fly, man. Thanks for helping me test that, though. I was talking to some people that have been like the setup for chat and other general streamer setup. What do you mean, like how I've actually got the chat on screen and the stuff at the bottom? The Yeah, I like it too. And what's really cool is that the overlay that I'm using has a lot of stuff that's actually hidden in it right now. So as I get more things set up, I just click them on and they work. So like if I get a webcam, I'll have a webcam set up on the screen already and I just have to click the button and it'll start working. But before I get the webcam up and going, I need to definitely fix the issues with like with my frame rate. The people I was talking to earlier today that have been streaming a little bit longer than me were suggesting that I get a couple of bots set up in chat too, and some stuff set up to like automate some of the processes on my stream right now. But I'm not there yet. Oh, I also got every one of the really grindy dumb trophies, like the environmental kills and riding the horse and everything.
This is no ambush, horseman. I come alone. I, Uriel of the Hellguard, champion of the White City, call you, horseman, to Nex Sacramentum.
Fool.
I lay claim to your life before the Creator. Will you dishonor this law as well?
I always like this touch of this part.
Because Abaddon said you understood honor, and because he was the best of us.
The death oath cannot be broken until one falls by the hand of the other. I accept.
The worst part about it was for the environmental kills, I couldn't find a lot of stuff in the environment to kill. I ended up going back to the iron canopy and farming the spiders by smacking them with a bomb in melee combat. It was kind of stupid. I don't actually know. I thought about going for the second Darksiders. I'm still getting there. I thought I might just do a playthrough of the whole series. Because I really enjoy Darksiders 2. And if you haven't noticed, I try to dodge with war the way you do with death. And that's usually what gets me murdered really fast. My wife wants me to do a Nuzlocke, but I'm not good enough at Pokemon for that yet.
Not you.
You swore an oath to me.
Abaddon is the destroyer.
Liar!
To protect you, he kept you from the truth. You pledged to follow your lord into hell, never knowing what awaited you, or what he would become.
I've never platinumed or fully completed all the trophies in 2, because every time I finish it, I never go back to do a New Game Plus. So, that's on my list of things I can work on.
And I share it with you now. Remember the death oath. Soon it must be fulfilled.
Asriel said you've got to use the Mask of Shadows to find the pieces of the broken blade.
And I've only ever played through 3 one time when it first came out, so all the quality of life features they added later and the New Game Plus features in it I've never fooled with, or the Crucible. The stone bites in 2, yeah, they're in New Game and New Game Plus. Like you have to get the whole set in New Game, and then the whole set respawns in New Game Plus though. Yeah, it's not something you can just get and then, work on it a little at a time. You have to do the whole thing. Kind of a pain in the ass. Ugh. So it's probably way too late to be trying to do it, but there's also a fight with Wicked K I haven't done. Would have probably been helpful to do before I grinded out all those souls. Yeah, I really like the RPG setup in that game, and there's a lot of ways to really break it. There's a glitch I use every time I play through the game. Say what you will about using glitches, but that allows you to get extra skill points. It kind of puts you in a bind at the beginning of the game until you get the ability to do the glitch, but after the fact, you basically can triple your skill points. So I don't know if you recall or if anything. Occasionally, you can find chests that you would open that would have skill points in them. Well, if you take those chests and open them when you have the soul split ability active, it gives you 3 points instead of just 1. It has something to do with the fact that there's 3 death models on screen when you open the chest. And that's all I really know about how it works, but it's great because you just pile up on skill points. Yeah, and since there's so many of those chests throughout the game, you end up with like 20 or 30 extra skill points by the time you're done with it. So if I remember correctly, this chest marker right here is glitched and there's not actually a chest for it. Yeah, it actually has 3 DLC packs. There's the one you're talking about, which is hell, I don't remember. And then there's the Demon Lord Belial or Belial. Yeah, Belial, that's it. And one more. No, you can access them fairly early. I think you have to beat the Fjord lands or the Forge lands, and then after that you can access them. Yes. In the original version of Darksiders 2, you had to have a save game of Darksiders 1 available in order to get that shoulder guard. And also another weapon, which is size that are based off the Chaos Eater. But they changed it in Darksiders, the definitive edition. The definitive edition gets the shoulder guard no matter what, and you get the Chaos Fang scythes in a different location. Yeah, you're talking about the Crow Hammer, I think. I think that's just what it's called. Oh, speaking of. Where is the Wicked K-Fi here? Yeah, I can do whatever I like. My favorite build usually is a Necromancer build where you just summon everything and stand back and let them do it all. Or a crit arcane build where you build up magic and like hit everything with like teleport slash and do massive amounts of damage. Like I did it one time where like Murder of Crows would and uh the Soul's attack would decimate like everything in the Crucible. It's over here. One area I didn't check. Yeah, this is it. He's not in here. I must have fought him. Didn't realize it. I spent way too much money today, by the way. Took the kids and the wife to eat at a Cheesecake Factory. See old Volvo. It was more than I want to talk about. I told you in the Discord. But as much as it was expensive, also had like a 30-minute wait, which was fine, you know, that's expected. But then we sat there for like an hour before we actually got food. And then my chicken wasn't great. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like worth the amount of money that I was paying for it. And our server kept like forgetting that we were there or just completely bypassing our table for stuff. It took us like 90 minutes to sit through all together from the time we sat down to the time we got up to leave from like just waiting for stuff. It was like an hour before our food got to us from the time we sat down. Max health. The other good thing is that now that the way this is set up, you can actually see when I get a trophy. I tipped appropriately. I have always been a good tipper, so I don't. So if I leave a standard tip or a little bit less than a standard tip, is usually what I do. The guy came up to me. We got dessert, and my wife got a cheesecake, and my daughter got ice cream, and I got a milkshake. And they brought my wife's ice cream over, or my wife's cheesecake, and then they brought my daughter's ice cream, and then didn't see my server again. So sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. And finally he came back through like 15 minutes later. I was like, hey, where's my milkshake? He goes, oh, okay, let me go look for that. And he come back with the milkshake, and it's where it's been sitting out on the counter done. It's like half melted. It's like, oh, I forgot to bring it out to you. And then they were already done with their dessert, and I was like, well, can I just get that to go then? He's like, yeah. So he goes to go get a cup, and he comes back with 2 of the kids serving to-go cups. And he goes, we don't have any cups that would fit it all. Is it okay if I put it in 2 of these little cups? I was like, yes, dude. I'm just ready to go at this point. Like,
What
No, I guess I should get this one. I need to go through the... I need to step into the broken stair area too. I wish that the normal angels would just leave you alone after you've had a fight with their general and have been claimed as her death fight. The was it Nox Sacramentum?
The Hellguard, stand ready!
Don't stand ready. I don't want to fight you. And what's bad is he knew it was bad, because like he kept coming up and apologizing, and I was like, look dude, I don't even care. It's not that big a deal. Just do what you can to make it right and move on. I will probably pick up the Dead Space remake because I never played the original. And you asked about what else I would be streaming after this, and actually I could easily hook my Switch up to my capture card now that it's all set up and play Switch games as well, so anything PlayStation or Switch related is on the table. He looks different. Is it as different as the models that they used in between the Last of Us, in Last of Us Part 1 versus the remake? Because like I know they completely redid some of those models, like Tess and even Ellie. Don't look anything the same. Hey, your aim sucks. The one that really threw me off was Tess. Like, she doesn't look anything like her original model. There's some souls that won't get me any use. You talking about Dead Space? I don't have enough experience with it, like I said. I just knew that there was Dead Space 1, 2, and 3. I didn't know that there was like a whole bunch. I mean, that's kind of neat, but at the same time, you could just, make something that lets you get the stuff in Dead Space 2 without having to play a extra game on the side. Assassin's Creed Black Flag did that too with a ship mini game where like you would send ships around carrying cargo around the world, and when they came back you would get stuff in game. And it's like I said, it's cool, but it's also unnecessary. I don't like that. I don't mind having stuff locked behind co-op, but I do not like when it's I feel like the achievements to like get the platinum or the finish it drove achievement should be through the solo play. Cuz some people don't like co-op.
That's it. The last piece of that accursed blade. Now, get back to Ulthane and finish this business.
Two? Or one of them? Oh, I know where they both are. Okay. Dead Space the game that had the foam finger? Or is that something else? I thought it was, but couldn't remember if my thought was correct or not. "35 of 43 trophies, and about to get all the Wrath cores, and this one is for finishing the Armageddon blades. So we're about to get like 3 of those trophies, and the rest are for finishing the game. The original God of War did that, where they had unique armors that you could start the game with, and it would give you like unlimited magic or regenerating health or a souls multiplier. The newer games got away from that, but Spud of War. I always think of the cow. Or the one where he's got the briefcases, that's funny too. It's not what I thought that was. Very good. I am missing a Wrath Core, I don't...
What would you ask?
Ah, never mind, I just can't fucking count.
What would you ask?
greatest work. Until now.
I showed that hippo to some friends earlier and they thought it was cute too. They were concerned that it was bred to be that way. I was like, it's just tiny. Ultimate blade, and should also get battle hardened. Yep. And there were 5. I haven't dropped any frames since I lowered the bit, so that was what I was having trouble with.
Lord Abaddon. Uriel has led the Hellguard against him. It is as you foretold. The Hellguard will fall.
Angel of Death, serve me one last time.
She mistook me for someone else. She loved him, and I believe that he loved her. Long ago, before all this. Foolishly, he chose duty above all, and died for it. Will you do the same? Heaven hunts you. Hell hates you. All of creation cares not whether you live or die. Join me more. Like a great sword, I will raise you up, and our enemies will
I never
shatter
noticed that
against
his
us.
one eye's
The spoils
damaged
of
just
a
like his eye
thousand
is.
Victories. Or serve the justice of a corrupt council. And a creator abandons his most faithful. I offer you this choice, horseman. Would you serve in heaven or rule in hell?
I choose what once a coward did not.
Oh, you're gonna get the Elytria and you're gonna make a firework factory? That sounds pretty cool. Reading what you wrote and not paying attention to the fact that I need to be pressing a button.
You could have ruled at my side. Useless! Only one day! You have forced my hand. Not fall to you. You have taught me something, Abaddon. Sometimes duty must be cast aside to do what must be done. It is not for duty that I kill you now. Uriel.
Reap what you have sown, betrayer.
You had to know it was a one-way ticket.
Council.
They knew you'd never play executioner because of your precious honor. They let you take the fall. They knew you'd butcher everyone involved to clear your name. And you did.
No!
Patience.
Isn't it so
Lord.
nice when you take a
I've
break
got
from the
something
game and
for
you
you,
get all
too.
kinds of inspiration to do stuff?
I'll take that. If it were to get broken, you might get ideas. Like not going back in your little cage. It's tragic, really. You had freedom in the palm of your hand, and you lost it. What's so damn funny? Even you wouldn't laugh at your own funeral.
I'm laughing at yours.
Next sacramentum. The death oath is complete.
That's a good question.
Tell God.
Black wings too.
What did you do? No, no, no! I'm going to pull your guts out through your halo!
That's a good insult for an angel,
Keep getting
but they don't have halos in this smart universe. Someone made a mistake.
I was just following orders, like you. What are you going to do? Fight the council? Fight everyone? You'll never get away. You hear me? Never! Don't forget who holds the leash.
I haven't forgotten.
You knew. You knew what would happen here, what I would do. That's why you spared me.
No,
Then why?
because I would not have the last of Heaven's honor die with its champion.
All debts are repaid. The duty I uphold, it may call me to raise my sword against you. And if that day comes, I won't hesitate. You will be hunted. The White City for certain. The Council, and there will be others. You would wage this war alone?
No,
No,
alone.
not alone.
Well, that brings Darksiders War Mastered Edition to a close. Did every trophy. Done a couple of things throughout of making the stream a little more fluid. I really like this game. I really don't like platinuming it because some of the trophies are ass. There was no reason to need to ride Ruin 100 miles, and there was weapon experience and maxing out your movesets could have been done a little bit better as well. Biggest offender is most definitely the Dark Rider trophy, where you have to ride. It would be much better if they cut that down to like 25, or if you could ride Ruin in places where you're not supposed to. Can't ride Ruin. It just adds a lot of extra padding to the end of the game. I've always enjoyed the Darksiders series, and I'm glad that I started with it, though. It's a really cool take on everything that happens in the Book of Revelations. even if, you know, they just take a very glossed over, like, ooh, into the world, 4 horsemen, angels, demons. Bam. The next thing on my gaming list will probably be Darksiders 2. It's a lot longer game. Some of the trophies and achievements in it are a lot more grindy. 800 million or 84 million, Jesus. Need to go see the new Beetlejuice soon. Are you going for the plat when you play through Mad King? It doesn't surprise me. As soon as they put Kevin Hart in the soldier role, I didn't think it was going to do very well. Which Borderlands was never a series that has taken the roles and the story seriously. It's always kind of had, you know, the backhand comedy to it. I didn't think that it was going to do much better with that. Darksiders 1, yes. Oh. So if we continue from here. Right outside of boss fight. Manual save. I've only ever played Borderlands 1. I never even picked up 2 or 3. And one of the cool things here is if we go and make a new game on Apocalyptic, you can start with the Abyssal Armor. And that's always nice. Ta-da! That happens a lot though when they take video games or established media and try to make it into a 90 to 100-minute movie. Just loses a lot of the focus as to what it was meant to be. But this is gonna be my stopping point tonight. It's not, 3-4 hours like I've been streaming, but the game is done. I don't have anything lined up to go after it. Into downloading probably Darksiders 2 and we'll start going through it probably tomorrow night.